Sorry for your troubles, Maggie.
I'm sure you are. Byrne, I want a 6-foot high monument limestone, 6 foot by 3 by 3 inches deep.
Well, it isn't customary, Maggie.
What isn't?
They usually wait the 12 months before they put up a stone.
And is it they will be paying you, Byrne, or me, Big Maggie Palpin? Oh, I know they call me Big Maggie. I'm easy.
You're the boss, Maggie. When do you want it up?
You could start tomorrow.
I know, I don't know about tomorrow. I mean, I have to start a cross for Fonzie McMee, a Celtic cross.
How long is Fonzie dead now?
Oh, jeez. Tis going 14 months. Why?
If he waited that long, he can wait a few more days.
Well, no, I don't know, ma'am. Like, 'tis commissioned a bit and all.
Fine. If you won't do it, I'll get someone else.
No, go on, I'll do it. I'll start tomorrow.
How much?
Oh, no, there's a lot of things to be taken into consideration, like...
6 foot by 3 foot by 3 inches. You're not a schoolboy.
What's a quarter of 18 feet?
4.5 feet.
4 and half feet. Right.
Would you hurry up, Byrne? 'Tisn't a supermarket we're putting over him.
Well, I don't want to do you wrong, ma'am.
You won't.
Well, I can't do it for a penny less than £70.
60 quid.
Can't be done, ma'am. I don't want to do you wrong, but I don't want to do myself wrong either.
£60.
Sorry.
On the nose.
No.
Cash.
Sure, look, materials is very dear.
£60.
Oh, all right. I'll take £60 now.
There you go. Tis all there, Byrne.
I know. I don't want to do you wrong, ma'am.
The day you wrong me will be the day you get me pregnant.
All the Burns, big and small, couldn't or wouldn't do that, ma'am. We'd need softer stone than you.
This is the inscription I want.
Walter Palpin, died March 25th, aged 61 years. That didn't take long to make out.
'Twas hard if you were me.
Well, there's no charge for another bit. Here, fill it out a bit.
That's all there is to be said.
Well, now, it isn't for me to be saying, ma'am, but, you know, people usually put up, like, you know, erected by his loving wife and family, or by his devoted wife and family, or some such thing in that line.
There's enough lies on the headstone of Ireland without me adding to it.
Well, I've known a lot of considerate men that died, and they were sorely missed.
Is that a fact? Can I have a receipt now for my money like a good man?
Have they finished yet?
They're gathering round for a decade of the rosary.
There's your receipt, ma'am.
Thank you.
Oh, and one more thing, Maggie. Which way do you want it facing?
Oh, I'm easy about that, Byrne. Once it don't face towards me.
Are you alone, Vanity?
I'm as alone as ever I'll be. When will you? You look like a scarecrow there in the doorway.
God help us. I'm always like a scarecrow. Matchmaking and making love between people. I spend me days. And no thanks for it.
What's all this about, Thomasine? You look like someone has something to tell.
The man at the house, within or without.
He's gone to the village with a rail of bonners.
There's great money in banners these days. There's more money in 2 banners than there is in the making of a match. God help us.
If it's after matchmaking you came by, you put pains on your feet for nothing.
Thomasine Shan Rowan never blisters his feet without cause. There is someone that have a great wish for the young lady, this one they call Sive. 'Tis how he be seen her bicycling to the convent in the village. He is greatly taken by her. He have the mouth half open when he do be talking about her. 'Tis the sign of love, woman.
Harry, are you by any chance taking leave of your senses, Bokwell? What is she but a schoolgirl, and illegitimate to crown all? She have no knowledge of her father. Her mother is dead with shame out of her the most of 20 years.
Illegitimate. A fierce bond to the word, and great length to it. Matters is that she has the makings of a woman.
Ramesh, you have great talk.
She has the one thing that we will never see any more of. She has the youth, and the figure, and the face to stand over it. 'Tis the youth, blast ya, that the old men do be after. 'Tis the hate before death that plays upon them.
Old men? What's all this talk about old men?
Hush, woman, you'll tell the parish. The man I mention is taken with her. He will buy, sell, and owes all to have her. He have a great wish for her.
Who have the wish for her?
No quibble between us, Mina. Sean Daughter is the man.
Sean Daughter. Sean Daughter.
Oh, under your hold, woman. Take heed of what I say. He have the grass of 20 cows, and he have the holding of money.
He's as old as the hills.
He's a hardy thief, with the mad mind for women breaking out in him. He would spoil her, I tell you. There is good reward for all concerned in this. Don't be hasty to be sorry later.
Harry, you're like all matchmakers. You'd make a rose out of a nickel to make a bargain.
I have the house to himself. Nothing for her to do, only walk in and take charge. The spring water in the yard. Pony and trap for going to the village.
Sean Daughter. The girl having the brown penny to her name.
No fortunes wanted, I tell you. 'Tis how he will give money to have her.
He will give money. Well, the devil isn't your master for red lies. That's the first time I ever heard of a farmer giving money instead of looking for it. What'll we hear next?
'Tis the age and blood is the thief.
And he will give money, you say?
That my right hand will fall off if he won't. 200 sovereigns for you, if the girl will consent.
What's in it for you? 'Tisn't out of the goodness of your heart that you're playing your hand.
That'll be £100 for me.
£200. She'll scorn him. She have high notions.
Nay, it won't come easy. High notions or no high notions, you're the one that can do it. Isn't she a by child? Tell her you'll bellrag her through the parish if she goes against you. Tell her you'll hunt the old woman into the county home. Think of the 200 sovereigns dancing in the heel of your fist. 'Tisn't every day in a week £200 will come your way.
She'll cock her nose at him. Mind you, she'll do no better for all her flighty ways. Look at the match I made. 4 cows on the side of a mountain and a few acres of bog.
And remember, there's 200 sovereigns staring you in the face if you'll be doing your duty by Sean Daughter.
I will consider. The old woman will be against it. They're as thick as thieves, the pair of them.
Gently you'll do it. Take it step by step. You can show her the chances she'll have. the fine clothes, the envy of the neighbours. The house is like a bishop's palace. There's paper on every wall, and a pot, by all accounts, under every bed. She'll have the life of a queen.
And I'll be rid of her, and £200 into the bargain.
And you'll be rid of the old woman as well.
By what way?
We will make it a part of the match that she will go with Sive.
Would he take the old woman, do you think?
He'll have anything, I tell you, if he can get Sive.
It'd be a great day for the house. Years have I suffered with the two of them, and they're full of hate for me. I'd give my right hand to get that old hag out of my way.
Three acres, 1 rood and 32 perches, bordering the river with a passage to water and a passage to the main Carrickthomond road. 'Tis well fenced and there's a concrete stall in one corner near the river. There's 2 5-bar iron gates. It's good land and it's well situated. 'Tis willed to me by my husband 5 years ago. 'Twas purchased under the Land Act by my husband's father, Patsy Butler. He willed it to my husband, and my husband willed it to me. I'm the registered owner of the field, and I'll be selling it at public auction. The highest bidder will get the field, and I'm putting an £800 reserve on it.
Is that Maggie Butler there? She's putting up the field, isn't she, Bert?
That's right, Paul. Friday the 5th of April, that's the day of the public auction.
Oh, you've got a good ear, Bert.
She made no secret of it, Paul.
Did you put a price on it?
£800, Paul.
£800. She's out of her mind.
'Tis a fair bit of land now, Paul. You have to appreciate that.
Oh, I'll admit that all right. But it's the manure of my heifers that made it good. 5 years of the best cow dung in Carrickthomond and £40 a year for the grazing. That's £200 I paid her, not counting the cost of the cow dung or all the thistle we cut in year out. To me, that field isn't worth a penny over £400. Now, I reckon now if she got another £200 from me, she'd be well paid. Wouldn't you say so, Bird?
You're a fair man now, Bull.
She'd be well paid indeed if I was to fork out £200.
Well paid indeed, Bull. But what if there's other bidders?
There won't be any other bidders, I'll see to that. The half of this village is related to myself, and them that isn't is related to my wife.
There's bound to be outside bidding, Bull. They go crazy for the land everywhere.
That's what I care about outsiders. 'Cause it figures with nothing in their head only to own the land we're walking on. We've had their likes long enough, haven't we? Land is all that matters. Own your own land.
You're right, Bull. Dead right.
You're aware, Bird, that I have the grazing of that field for the past 5 years, and I have the grazing of it now.
I am for sure, Bull. I am.
5 times £40 is £200. It's a lot of money.
'Tis a lot, Bull.
I'd say it is a lot if you're counting out in hard-earned single £1 notes.
5 times 40 now, Bull, is a fair sum.
It would give me as much of a claim on that field as that woman who has it up for sale. There wouldn't be a stitch of grass on that field if it wasn't for the manure of my heifers.
'Tis reasonable now, Bull.
I watched that field for 40 years, and my father before me for 40 more. I know every rib of grass, every thistle, and every white thorn bush that bounds it. There's shamrock in the southwest corner of the field. Shamrock, imagine now. And up in the north part of it, there's 40 snow bushes that some fool planted them years ago. But they make a grand hedge altogether. This is a sweet little field. An independent little field that needs it. And with the help of God, I'll have it soon.
All I want is a wife, if it's not too late in the day.
I know what you want. There is, however, a few questions to be asked. You may not like the tone of them, but 'tis me that'll have to face the firing squad if things don't work out in the marriage bed. When the works collapses, the engineer must answer. Now, Mr. MacLean, me lovely man, answer all the questions and all will be made known.
Ask your question, so.
I will now. Your exact fancies, so I can go as near as I can to getting your wants.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
Very well. Do you want lean or thin? Do you want rangy or butty? Would you go for grandeur? Or would you like them now that's down to earth? Would you go for a holy Josie or a one that's forgotten the altar? Take your time now. We have the whole night long.
We've heard that it matter, like her manner, her way, like.
Oh, me lovely innocent man. There's no comparing a girl's manner before marriage with her manner after marriage, as many an unfortunate man knows to his cost. But have it your way, 'tis you that'll be living with her, not me. That's the purpose of these questions, to find out exactly what you want and to divide that by what we can get for you.
Well, I'd like a gentle, sincere sort of girl who's not gone from it. Someone I could get along with and be seen with.
Oh, Mr. MacLean, we have to start to deal with the personal stuff.
Personal stuff?
Your personal accoutrements.
My what?
Your strip good.
I don't follow.
I mean, what are you like in your pelt?
What type of a question is that?
On God's name, man, if you're to divert to me, we'll get nowhere. I'd just as soon go about me business.
I'm sorry, but what was the question again?
What are you like in your pelt?
Do I take that to mean, what am I like in the nude?
You may indeed.
I'm no Apollo, but I'm no bag of bones either.
Is your belly slack?
Slack enough.
Is your legs bandy?
My legs are okay.
Is your natural belongings intact?
Natural belongings?
In God's name, man, is your undercarriage in good repair?
I suppose, but sure, what sort of a girl would want to know that information?
Oh, it's not the woman. It's the woman's handlers. Father or mother, uncle or aunt, or whoever is the guardian. Some of these marrying books aren't what they're supposed to be.
This is like a bull inspection.
Oh, no inspection. They'll take your word, which is more than civil. There's some I know would want a doctor's cert or a photograph. You're an honourable man, Mr. MacLean. Your word will do for me. Because many's an innocent girl got a suck in and found herself straddled with a lad with no battery in his flash lamp. Happens all the time, you know. Men will boast, and young women, foolish enough to believe, will be disappointed and deceived.
There's nothing wrong with what you mentioned in that regard. I could get a doctor to vouch for me.
No. Your own say so will do well enough for me, Mr. MacLean. Now, is the house free? Your aunt won't be a lodger.
No, I'll be completely alone. My aunt is getting married. I will be getting the services of a housekeeper, but I'll dispense with those as soon as I get a wife in.
Good. Well, that's well enough now. Do you know what? We leave it at that now for tonight. Are you free tomorrow night?
I am.
Can you present yourself at the Crossroads pub?
I can.
Alone and unaided?
Yes.
At the hour of 9?
Yes.
Well, I will introduce you then to this lady by the name of Nari Macy. I'll sit and talk with you till such time as the ice is thawed. I leave ye to your own devices then.